Greg Latimer with Mysterious Destinations Magazine, where you can find us online at mysteriousdestinationsmagazine.com. We've just returned from a very exciting 7-state and 3-country research expedition. We went to over 20 locations, mysterious destinations all, and we'll be using that content to help us through the next year, 2013, as we start Mysterious Destinations Magazine. One of the places we went, Virginia City, Nevada, very well known, especially well publicized on a variety of national television shows. And of course we made our target room 11 at the Silver Queen Hotel, which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a prostitute who committed suicide there in the 1800s. Through a series of unfortunate mistakes on the part of the hotel staff, we ended up getting room 12. But that didn't stop us from going by room 11 somewhere around midnight on the night we were staying there. Now I should remind you that we were by room 11 and through the hotel earlier with the Bats in the Belfry Virginia City Ghost Tours done by some folks over there. And we got no response at all in terms of EMF or other activity in the hallway near the room, that kind of thing. So what you're about to see may be a little interesting. Okay, looking at the area around room 11. This is where Rosie is said to have committed suicide. Fairly ambient level of EMF activity. And we'll be headed back to our room. So as you can see, notable EMF activity outside of room 11, which prior to that had shown no activity at all and was in fact unoccupied because we were the ones that were supposed to be in there. What happened was we ended up being given the key to room 12. And when we went to room 12 and checked in there and got things set up, including some electromagnetic field detectors, we ended up having a very interesting and rather long evening, and this will give you an idea of what happened in room 12. There's also the EMF detector there, and EMF, we understand you don't know what that means, but all you got to do is stand near it. It's a device that we have. You can see me in the mirror here in the camera. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know how to make that work, don't you? Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for doing that. Yeah, I guess we definitely know you're here. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming by. If you want to let us know that what we just saw wasn't a mistake of some kind, can you stand next to that device again? It makes a pretty light, makes a nice sound. It won't harm you. You can make the flashlight turn on if you want to. That's the little light there. Good. That's very nice. Thank you. Okay, we understand. We understand it's not a mistake now. We understand it's not a mistake. Okay. That's very nice. We want to spend the evening with you. We're going to try and get some sleep. But if there's something you want to wake us up about, I guess you can go ahead and make those things go off. If you feel a need to communicate with us, now you know a way to let us know that that's what you'd like. And we're going to go ahead and turn off this camera. We'll turn it. Oh, you don't want us to turn off the camera, do you? Okay, I understand. I understand. I have a feeling it's going to be a long night. EMF activities such as the ones you just saw kept occurring all night in room 12. Varying intensities, which leads me to believe that the EMF activity definitely indicated something anomalous. No electrical presence in the area. And we're talking about a very old hotel. You'll see in a later shot that all of the wiring is on the exterior of the walls. So that continued all night, right up until daylight. Here's another example. It's morning and we're still getting strong EMF anomalies here at the Silver Queen Hotel. This has been going on all night, really since about 3 a.m. quite constantly. And we believe we have Rosie or some of her friends here. It'll go off and then come back on a little while later. Not too much sleep last night. As you could see, a fairly intense burst of EMF activity registered on the meter there. You can also see the morning sunlight coming through those windows, which quite frankly was a welcome sight given the night we'd had. And then next we give you a view of what the room looked like in the morning. And as I mentioned before, you'll note that the wiring is exterior, and it's just a beautiful room. A correction on some of my narrative. I said that the hotel's been there from the late 1800s. My mistake. It was early 1800s, more like 1840. That's how long the hotel has been there, which is, I guess, certainly a lot of time to acquire guests other than living ones. And here's an idea of what room 12 at the Silver Queen Hotel in Virginia City looks like on the inside. We're here right now at the Silver Queen Hotel in Virginia City, Nevada, where we spent a somewhat long and eventful night, not a lot of sleep. And the primary item we had going on was an electromagnetic field detector that we still have resting on a dresser over here. And the detector was going off throughout the evening and through all night long, and especially in the early morning hours, in varied intensities, and continues to do so, although with a little less intensity during the day today. We did check the area around it. There is no electricity nearby, so we feel that the electromagnetic field detector's definitely registering an anomaly in terms of an electromagnetic field that seems to be moving around on its own. You can see this, this is room number 12 at the beautiful Silver Queen Hotel. And you can see it's well appointed. It's a nice little room. I'm going to go turn the fan up here. It even has a beautiful clawfoot bathtub here. But of course the amenities weren't the primary reason we came. We came to check the building for entities, one known as Rosie, a young lady who committed suicide in the hotel, and there's another entity known as the cowboy who walks the hallways. You hear footsteps that sound like they're on wooden floors, and although all the floors are carpeted. And there's a small child that's supposed to be active in the area. We believe there may be some other entities here too, simply because of the history of this this hotel and the bar downstairs, which has been around since the late 1800s. Well, that ends our video coverage of the beautiful Silver Queen Hotel, room 12 in Virginia City, Nevada. The rooms there are available for rent. They're nicely appointed for a hotel from the 1800s and reasonably priced. And I'm sure reservations can be made online, or check us out at mysteriousdestinationsmagazine.com. We'll have information there about the Silver Queen Hotel. There are quite a number of rooms there. Obviously room 11 is sort of the star, but as you can see from the experience we had in room 12, and we have been told that there is paranormal activity pretty much throughout the building. We also had quite a lot of adventures with Debbie Bender and her crew from Bats in the Belfry, which does Virginia City ghost tours there. And so that same evening we were at the Washoe Club taking lots of pictures. Those are featured on the online magazine. And a lot of orbs, of course, some other strange occurrences. One of them being footsteps, very distinct footsteps that the group heard coming down some stairs in the building. So distinct that everyone pretty much disregarded it as being a person coming down the stairs. However, we found out that there wasn't any person coming down the stairs at that time. So definitely an interesting experience. Virginia City, a great place to explore. A number of different places to go there. There's an old hospital there as well. But the whole place is will definitely take you back into time. Very scenic, easy ride from Reno or Carson City. Suggest that you do that during the daylight hours. They are mountain roads. But just a great place to go. We had an interesting time there, and it's all documented at mysteriousdestinationsmagazine.com. Check us out online.